about 20% of the adult population has metabolic syndrome. And for those patients that are over 65, it increases to about 40%. Metabolic syndrome is a condition where a patient or a person has problems with their cholesterol, their blood pressure, their weight, and possibly their blood sugars. And it's that combination between those different conditions that put people at much greater risk for heart disease, diabetes, and even things like stroke.
Complacency, laziness. We had tried numerous diets before that, but never stuck to them. You're sitting watching television, and so you go to the cupboard and you get something to eat, and you eat it. You don't even care what it is, really. It tastes good, so you eat it, and you eat a lot of it.
It's frustrating because you know that one of the solutions for high cholesterol is diet and exercise. One of the solutions for elevated sugars is diet and exercise. The solutions for blood pressure is diet and exercise. It's the same answer for so many of patients' conditions, but we're not well equipped to help people in this area. Something new that family doctors will have access to is a program called Change. What happens is patients will start out, they get a fitness assessment and a dietary assessment, and then from there the kinesiologist and the dietitian then tailor an exercise intervention and a nutrition intervention for that individual to slowly start moving them in the right direction, getting them more active, getting them to eat healthier.
We're looking at making forms of sustainable behavior change. So the intervention immediately may be seeing myself, and maybe seeing a dietitian. We got to find that starting point and that readiness for the patient. And once we have that identified and we get that patient rolling, then it's about finding that long-term approach of what's going to be susceptible to making them educated to be their own healthcare provider. The main thing we're trying to get at is what's really that intrinsic motivation for them to become healthier, because those are the things that are going to be long lasting and get them to hold on to these lifestyle changes.
In the beginning, I wasn't sure what the program would do for me. It was the discipline that I got from coming in every week. And it was like going to school again, where you come in, you do work in class, which would be visiting the nutritionist and then the kinesiologist. I started feeling obligated to make use of it, and after a while it became habit. And I think the biggest part of it was the discipline. I thought, oh, I should be tired. I should be out of breath, but I realized I wasn't, and I thought, okay, this program is really working. This is really doing things for me.
I think goes a further way than you could actually measure, because the amount that you learn about that person to really individualize it for them and understand what's important to them and making them feel heard goes a lot further than just saying, hey, we need to exercise because it's going to improve your health.
It encourages me to spend the time with other patients and saying, hey, really, you gotta change the way you're eating, and you gotta exercise more. And so rather than reaching for that prescription pad, I'm more motivated to get people to change their diet and to exercise more, because I'm seeing the effect in other patients. And so it makes me encouraged that I can recommend it with other people. My dream is that all Canadians, regardless of where they live, will have access to effective diet and exercise interventions for both treatment and prevention.